Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. This one's going out to Joshua Ahenaku, who says that the rundown is nostalgia at its best. You know, it's brand new every day, Joshua, and this one is dedicated to you. Hockey season is about to begin, and the makers of NHL 17 are already predicting the champs. Using the same technology that powers the NHL video games, EA Sports has run a full simulation of the next hockey season, just like they do every year. They find that the Montreal Canadiens and Nashville Predators will be the final two teams to compete for the Stanley Cup, with the Predators winning the trophy in Game 6. Sorry, Montreal, things are looking even worse for other Canadian teams. The simulation finds that the Toronto Maple Leafs will finish in 8th place, while the Vancouver Canucks won't even make it into the playoffs. Again. Before you start rioting, keep in mind that this is just a simulation, and EA has been wrong with their hockey predictions for the last 3 years in a row. NHL 17 is still a lot of fun, though, and it's available now on the PS4 and Xbox One. The real NHL season drops the puck next week. Hollywood and Microsoft are revving the chainsaws once again with Gears of War. While fans are anxiously awaiting the imminent release of Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One and PC, the cogs have begun turning on a big-screen Gears of War movie. That's according to Rod Ferguson, studio head of Gears of War 4 developer The Coalition. During a recent live stream to promote the new game, Ferguson revealed that Microsoft has inked a deal with Universal Pictures to create a movie based on the franchise. This isn't the first time a Gears of War movie has been in the works. Back in 2007, when the franchise was owned by Epic Games, they had been working with New Line Cinema on a big screen adaptation, but it was stuck in development hell and never got off the ground. Now that Microsoft owns the rights to the franchise, they're free to pursue a movie however they want. Let's just hope they have more luck than they did with their ill-fated Halo movie. Making a Gears of War film would be a big way to expand the franchise, following its forays into spin-off novels and comics that began after the release of Gears 2. Now that Gears 4 is almost here, there's even more story to work with, which Rod Ferguson thinks will open up even more possibilities for spin-offs.
You have to allow for the idea that there's going to be other things than just a AAA console game. You know, we didn't start doing comic books and novels till after Gears 2 because I don't like exploring the story and the lore and the canon when you're still developing it for the games. And so, but now that we have this stuff sort of starting to settle in with, obviously the story's locked here, and as we look, you know, at what our lore and canon is now 25 years later, now we can start to go back and say, okay, hey, we have 25 years to fill in. Like, where do we want to go with that? And that's something I think we could look at comics, books, and novels providing that information.
Hopefully more intel on the Gears of War movie will emerge from cover soon. Anyone who pre-ordered Gears of War 4 will be able to start playing it tomorrow, and it will be available everywhere on Tuesday. The PlayStation VR is almost here, but Sony might already be working on their next VR headset. With the new PS4 VR device hitting stores next week, many gamers are wondering if they should buy it or save their money for a possible second-generation PSVR. When asked about this by IGN, Sony Interactive Entertainment's Worldwide Studios chairman Sean Layden revealed that Sony is always innovating and iterating on their hardware. Although he didn't explicitly say that a new PSVR is coming, he does say that the headset is step one in a very long journey. And what might be most telling of all, Layden adds that when Sony delivers Unit A, you know A prime is already in design. This seems to imply that Sony is already working on a better, more powerful version of the PlayStation VR, similar to what they're doing with the PS4 Pro, but there's no telling how many years it will be before it arrives, if it arrives at all. Sony is likely going to wait and see how well the PlayStation VR sells before committing themselves to more. If you're still not sure if you should buy one or not, I had a lengthy discussion about the matter with Ben Silverman in the latest episode of Vic's Basement. You can watch that and my review of the device by clicking the links on your screen or in the description below. The PlayStation VR hits stores on October 13th. It's hard to resist the charms of the galaxy's greatest scoundrel and smuggler. Disney has narrowed down the search for a leading lady to co-star in the upcoming Han Solo prequel film. Variety reports that the studio is currently looking at 3 actresses for the role: Creed's Tessa Thompson, Mad Max Fury Road's Zoe Kravitz, and Naomi Scott, who's about to play the Pink Ranger in the upcoming Power Rangers movie. It's unclear exactly what kind of character the female lead will be, or if she's previously appeared in other Star Wars adventures like Clone Wars or Rebels. Han Solo himself will be played by Hail Caesar actor Alden Ehrenreich, and his friend and fellow scoundrel Lando Calrissian is also expected to appear in the film. We'll have more on the Han Solo movie as new details develop. It's slated to hit theaters in summer 2018.
I bet you have.
And the original Han Solo is still dreaming about electric sheep. Some new details have come in about the upcoming Blade Runner sequel, which will see Harrison Ford return to the role of futuristic cop Rick Deckard. For starters, it now has an official title, Blade Runner 2049. This likely means that it will take place in the year 2049. The original film was set in 2019, which means this one will take place 30 years later, although by the time it comes out, it will have been 35 years since the original movie was released. I guess Harrison Ford wanted to be 5 years younger.
More than you.
The first set photo has also been released, showing Ford alongside his new and much younger co-star Ryan Gosling, along with director Denis Villeneuve and producer Ridley Scott, who helmed the original movie. We still don't really know what Blade Runner 2049 will be about, but expect more details to come in now that filming has begun. It will hit Earth and the off-world colonies next year.
Wake up. Time to die.
And before we go, take a look at the latest gameplay trailer for Dishonored 2. Titled Daring Escapes, the new footage shows the two playable characters, Emily and Corvo, escape from the sinister Royal Conservatory. Each character has different supernatural abilities, weapons, and gadgets at their disposal, and like the first game, the action is very open-ended, so how you escape is up to you. You won't be able to jump back and forth between Corvo and Emily, though. You'll instead pick one of them near the start of the game and then play as them for the whole thing. That gives fans a good excuse to play through the game a second time with the other character. Dishonored 2 will launch worldwide on November 11th.
I don't feel so well.
And that wraps us up for the Rundown today. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.